Hey guys, welcome to lesson 95. For this lesson, you will need the following. So you're going to need your lesson paper, pen and pencil, eraser, some graph paper. If you don't have graph paper at home, that's okay. You can either easily print some, or you can just grab a scratch paper and make a graph on it. And a ruler. All right, let's quickly do a quick review of our past lessons. So we've done a couple things. So I'm going to give you a few minutes. Go ahead and pause the video and work on each of these 5 solutions, and then we'll see how you did. All right, so number 1, we're working on scientific notation and multiplying numbers in scientific notation. So remember, because of the multiplication, the property of the commutative property of multiplication, we can change our numbers around and still get the same answer. But we want to change not the order of the numbers, we want to switch what group they're in. So that's actually the associative property. So we're going to group the 1.2 and the 3 together, and then we're going to group our 2 10s together. And don't forget your exponents. Now we can multiply 1.2 times 3, and then since we have the same base, we're going to multiply the numbers and add the exponents. All right, for number 2, we need to gather like terms. So we're going to gather all the x's. So I have a 3x and an x, so that is going to give me, I'm going to combine those two together, and then we're going to have a positive y and a negative y and group those together. So when we add it, we're just going to be left with a 4x, because when we have like terms, we add the coefficients. 3 plus 1 is 4, and then a y minus a y is going to be 0. So we're going to have no y's left. All right, working with positive and negative numbers, right? We're going to go left to right, order of operations. We're going to multiply -3 times -2, which that will give us a positive 6. And then we're going to go -5 times 2, which will give us -10. And then we're going to go 3 times -4. Then when we add those terms together, we're going to get -16. All right, true or false? All rational numbers are integers. That is false. Okay, remember, rational numbers include the fractions and decimals, and those are not integers. Integers are all whole numbers and their opposites. All right, and then here, okay, now we got some multiplication going on, so we're going to go multiply all the way across. We're going to go 4 times 3, which is 12. 12 times -1 is going to be -12. And w times w, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 w, so we're going to have w to the 4th. Then we're going to go x. Remember, we're going to go alphabetical order. So an x times an x squared, we're going to get an x to the 3rd. And then we have a y and another y, so y squared. All right, today's is volume of a right solid. So a right solid is a geometric solid whose sides are perpendicular to the base. The volume of a right solid equals the area of the base times the height. So volume equals base times height. The base is the shape that is consistent throughout the entire solid. So here we have 3 geometric shapes. So our base is right here. This is the base of it, is our triangle, because the triangle is the shape that is consistent throughout. So we're going to find the area of the base, which is a triangle, and then we're going to multiply that by the height of our shape, which in this case is 12. So think of it as if you kind of set this triangular prism up. This is the base, and that would be our height. So formula for the base of a triangle. Okay, so our height is 12 centimeters. And then our volume, okay, is going to be 24 Our volume is going to be the base. Oh, sorry. There's our height. I'm so sorry. I was saying this wrong. So our height is 12 centimeters. So our volume is going to be the area of the base. The base is 24, centimeters squared times our height. So the total volume of the shape is 288 cubic centimeters. Okay, let's look at our next one. So our base shape, right, is a triangle. So it's going to be 10 times 6 divided by 2. The height of this is 12. So our volume is going to be 30 centimeters squared, because that's the area of our base, times our height of our shape. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I just realized that I had an error. So this is supposed to be 12 centimeters. Sorry, I didn't catch that error. So 12 centimeters. Let's quickly on there. And then let's do our cylinder. So remember the cylinder, the base shape is a circle. So the formula of the area of a circle is pi r squared. And r is going to be our radius, which is half the diameter. So it's going to be 3 squared times pi. Our height of this is 10. So our total is going to be 90 pi cubic centimeters. All right, now here, okay, we have an irregular shape. So let's just find the area of the shape. So we can divide it down here and make a rectangle here, and then another rectangle here. Or if you want, you can divide it right here. And then we'll have a rectangle here, and then we'll have a square here. So here's our base. So we're going 5, right, times 3 centimeters. So we're going to find the area of this, and we're going to add that to the area of this, which this is going to be 2. And then right here, from here to here is going to be 4, because we're going to cut that 7, right? We're going to take 3 out of it. And then our height would be our length of this, which is going to be 10. So our volume of this irregular shape is going to be 23 centimeters squared times 10. Our 23 centimeters squared, remember that came from the area of our base. All right, here we have a cylinder. Nice, they already gave us the radius. So remember pi r squared. So r squared, right, it's going to be 1 squared times pi. And I think they said leave pi as pi, which is kind of nice. And then our height is going to be 10. So it's just going to be 1, right, centimeters squared times 10. So we're going to get cubic. Remember when we multiply units, they increase. But then when we divide by units, they decrease, but when we add or subtract units, our units just stay the same. All right, here we kind of have a little fun farmer house. So we're putting 2 volume shapes together. The farmer added an attached shed with the dimensions shown to the side of his barn. What is the approximate volume of the addition? List the steps needed to find the volume. All right. So to find the volume, what's kind of nice here is they said, what is the approximate? So we can round. So we're going to round our dimensions. So here it's already nice and rounded, so we're going to go 20 feet. Here, though, we have 9 feet 10 inches. And since there's 12 inches in a foot, let's go ahead and round this to 10. And then we have, oh, sorry, my book kind of cut it off. The height right here, this is going to be 10 feet 1 inch. So we're going to just round that one to 10. And then from here to here, just this height is 7/11. So we're going to round that to 8. So now that we have all of our dimensions rounded, we're going to divide the shed into 2 sections. So we're going to have a rectangular prism, which is going to be this bottom section down here. Here's our rectangular prism, and a triangular prism, which is going to be right here. Then we're going to find the area of each, sorry, not the area, the volume of each section. So find the volume of our rectangular prism. Excuse me, which is going to be the base. Our base, remember, we're rounding this to 8 times 10. We rounded that to 10. So 8 times 10 is 80. And we're going to multiply that by 20. So we're going to get 1,600 feet. Now we're going to find the area of this triangular prism. I'm so sorry, I got something stuck in my throat. All right, so we know from here to here, okay, was 7, but we kind of rounded it to 8. And then from here, this is going to be 2 because the whole height of this is 10. So here we're going to go 2 is our base. So 2 times 10 is going to be 20. Divide that by 2 is going to be 10. And then 10 times our height of our shape, which is 20. So we're going to get 100. Sorry. Yes. And then we are going to add that to our previous amount. So our shed is going to be about 1,800 feet, around there. All right. Hopefully it was kind of good to review some things from past lessons and learn about volume. Have a wonderful day. We'll talk to you later.